Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Strat Gamer here, providing you with the new Anno 1800 episode. And today we are going to review 4 different modes. And we are on my beauty building, map, which is very right, because we're going to talk about 4 modes which are essential for beauty builders. They really can change your life if you're a beauty builder and you really like to make your city as beautiful as possible, or the other way around is you may hate what some of the things currently look like in the base game. For example, this. You have your Quay street, and then as soon as you get into the land, then you have to put your normal paved street, and it looks so ugly, the link between this and that. So that's one of the modes we're gonna change, but before diving into that, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also press the like button, leave a comment, your thought, request, anything that you may want to share. That really does help the channel. Okay, let's dive in with this first mode by Xormenter, sorry if I mispronounce your name, but yeah, a really great mode which provides a Quay street. And you can see it here if you are in your sorting by type harbor. This is a new button that you probably don't have, which is land. So you'll put it on your land, not on, it won't work, here in the middle. It does sort of work, it seems. Oh, that's interesting. It actually also works here. It won't really do anything here in the middle of the sea though. But it also works on land. And this, let's delete, for example, this here. You're gonna see the difference on how great it's gonna look. It's not perfect, but almost. It definitely looks a lot better here now. Let's do the same here. I put this like this. You can see this is a lot better now. It's gonna look a lot better on all of your cases. You can do the same here, there. Yeah, definitely I want to do it. So that's something for your harbor that is, really, really critical. So thank you, Xormenter, for that great mode. It is worth noting though that he also retextured the Quay street here. I honestly haven't seen that much of a difference, but yeah, it's great. And if you don't want, if you don't like this sorting by type, you can go into progress here, and you should find it in the engineer tab. Yeah, land Quay street. So that is the first mode. Now let's move to the second one, which is in a sense very similar, because we are still going to talk about street. You see here your paved street, your dirt road, and now here Enbesa Streets. So this is the second mode we're looking at by Lion 53, where you can now build the Enbesa Streets, both the paved one and the desert one, everywhere else. So just if you love those streets and the way they look, I think this, for example, can look quite posh, let's say. Maybe it's your investor streets versus this one. Is quite similar. Let me just also show you next to it. That's your normal one, that's your investor one. It's just if you prefer that style. And then your pave, you can see it here, right? So that's the second mode. You can also build it in the new world. We move to the new world, I think once again in city, here. So high level, from very high, you won't see that much the difference. You will start to see the difference in the color in the middle. But obviously this one, you can see the difference quite easily. So again, maybe you want this in your obrero type village. There was the second mode. I won't spend too much time on it, but don't hesitate to use it. As you can see here, you can load it on a new save, on an old save, it's not a problem at all. So don't hesitate to use that. What's also good is, you know, each of them are separate. As you can see, I didn't delete the other type of road by deleting them. Now moving on to the third one is around the railways. And here, you know, I'm of two minds about this one. This is also from Anno1800, so thanks a lot for that one. If I move back to my cape, you may not remember, but if you don't, you know, check your save or check the, you can see on the image of a thumbnail, is your railways usually don't have any texture. You just have the rail on grass, basically. And when you're in the middle of nowhere, that looks fine, that's okay. I mean, it actually looks strange now because it's in the middle of nowhere. But when you're in a city, like here, you know, it looks so much better. Especially if I were to put, you know, a road next to it, like this. And it looks so much better to have this ground on it than if it was just the grass. So that's, you know, the third mode, really useful, especially inside your cities. Like here, I think it looks so much better like that. Even more so if I didn't have the grass around it with those trees. And the only thing that I'm not loving is, you know, when it's in the middle of nowhere, like something like this, I don't think it looks that great. So it would be great to have the option to do one or the other. The problem is that the mod creator did already specify that it's impossible. You know, it's hard-coded, if I understood correctly, into the game. You can have only one type of rail because it's also gameplay, right? And therefore you have to choose. It's either this texture or the old one, and of course you just have to activate or deactivate the mode to go from one to the other. And now let's move to the last one, which is quite a big one. It impacts a lot of different elements, so really liking it. Not doing something huge, but something quite high, and you can already see it there maybe, is you can change the color of your roofs to become red. So it's especially good if you want to do a Mediterranean type of city, or if you want all your roofs to be like the hotels. And it's not just for your houses, as you can see the bank too. Just with Shift V, you can go through them. And it really impacts a lot of buildings. Of course, your residences. The only thing with the residences is that there's many already you know, versions, so you have to press it a couple of times before getting to the red one. As you can see, you know, that's, you can do whatever you want but in red. Similarly for all the others. I'm not the university, the red one, and you know, basically everything you can think of. Obviously I'll post in the description below the link to this mod, and on that page you can see the list of buildings, but it's really basically most of the buildings you can think of are gonna have that red roof here. The theater, you know, especially around your hotels, it may look a lot better depending on your choice. And that's what's really great about all of those mods. They're really not about making the game a lot easier, a lot harder, just about making it prettier so that there's a choice for people to make cities a bit more like they want. So really like those four mods. Thank you to all of the creators. I forgot to tell you that the last one, this one on the red roof, is once again by G1000, another great modder. Thank you for that. Don't hesitate to share in the comments below your thoughts, your questions, your requests for future mods reviews. And I hope you liked it. If you did, press the like button, and I hope to see you next time.